This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hey everyone, I'm Steph and I'm Takeover Tuesday. Rob gave me his channel and I am taking it because that's what I do. I'm so rude. And I am continuing with my top 50 of all time with my next 10 favorite games. So coming in at number 30 of my all-time favorite games is Underwater Cities. This is a pretty new game in the past few years that just totally struck a chord with me. I love it. It's a big worker placement game with card manipulation, and you're trying to match your cards with the actions that you're doing to get additional bonuses, and you're just trying to make it all work. Everybody else is trying to make it all work as well, so you want to look out for them, but you're basically building up your own personal city that's underwater, and you're trying to make these connections, and they'll eventually gain you points, and during the production you'll gain resources to help you, build up your engine and get more things going. And so at the end of the game, you just want to try and have the most points. It's a big, long game. There's so much to it. There's a new expansion, and I just want to explore that expansion more and more and more. It just came out, so it's very exciting for me. Love it. Made a big impact. Coming in at number 29 is Turn the Tide. Turn the Tide is in my opinion, 5-player only card game. Everybody will be simultaneously picking cards, bidding on these 2 different cards in the middle. Now, they might not want the cards in the middle, so they'll bid low, or they might want to claim one of the cards in the middle, so they'll bid really high to maybe overplay a card that they've drafted before by chance. So you'll get stuck with cards you don't want, and you'll lose the life preservers, but you want to try and stay afloat each round to get as many points as you can. It's a clever card game. It's won my heart. I've played it tons of times. It's a perfect 5-player game. So if you're looking for 5-player games, this is definitely one to check out. A game that came out last year, comes in at number 28, is The Magnificent. This game is just so awesome. I've played it solo because I just want to do better. I want to just get the best score possible, and every game I do a little bit better. So yes, I am improving, but it's like by 1 point each time. 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. So it's like, oh, I could do better. I know I could do better. But the game is, you play 3 rounds and you get 4 dice each round. So you're done in, 16 turns, and it's just like, 12 turns. Math is hard. So 4, 8, 12. So with these 12 actions, you are just going to be trying to gather your what are they called? Posters, and you're going to put on these performances and gather gems to help with all these different things to get the points, and you just want to get the points. And it's a beautiful game. I love it. I love the art. I love everything about this game. I love dice. I love the mechanics of manipulating the dice and the different things you're doing. I think there's just so much here, and I love it. So it's made my top 30 now. Number 27 is, can't read. I put my sign so far away I can't read it. But it is Aeon's End Legacy. Okay, so I had Aeon's End earlier in the list, but the Legacy version just totally won me over. I started with that one, and it got me hooked in the whole series, and the Legacy is just, there's something so exciting about it. And if you haven't played it, I can't recommend it more. Cooperative awesomeness with surprises around every turn, and it's so much fun. I love, love, love it. So deck building, cooperative awesomeness. That's all you need to know, right? Number 26 is Keeper. This is easily my favorite key game. I enjoy Keyflower okay, but Keeper just is amazing. So there's boards that you're manipulating these boards, but you're really just placing workers and doing different actions. There is a area control mechanic where you are trying to put meeples on the board, and then eventually you're going to have to take a turn to claim a board, and then at the end of the round, the board you have claimed, you'll gather all the meeples on that board. So you might have played meeples over here and here and here, but you'll only gather the meeples from one location. It's so interesting, and you're trying to like build these buildings and have your own personal supply of what you're doing to gain points and have farming the animals and all these different things. There's a lot going on, but it's so great. And I think there's an expansion coming out soon, and I've got to play test that, so it adds even more craziness to the thought process. And this game, it just wows me every time I play it, and it's so great. So 26 is keeper. It is a keeper. You don't have to ask. Everybody's asked me, but it's totally a keeper. Number 25 is probably a game everybody really knows pretty well. It's Castles of Burgundy. Now, this is even more relevant for me nowadays since I'm playing it so frequently online. It's just like non-stop online on boitejeux.net, and I play it. And I've just been playing it with friends and whomever wants to play it. I love it. There's a new edition out with beautiful pieces and beautiful colors, and has all the expansions mixed in, and I can't get enough. There was a time where I was tired of Castle Burgundy. It was off the 50 list. It was off. I just didn't want to play it. But now it's back, and it's just awesome. I'm so excited to play this game more. So, Castle Burgundy, love, love, love it. 24 and 23 are very spacey. But 24 is Eclipse. It's such a big game. I really have to be in the right mindset. Like, if I'm going to play it at a game day, I have to know going to game day that, okay, this is the game I want to play. It's very rare where I'm like, yeah, let's just pull Eclipse off the shelf. My mind usually isn't in that mindset. So I like to know ahead of time if I'm playing Eclipse, but I like to prepare for it. And I always have a great time playing it. There's so much to explore. There's so many races. There's so much stuff. I mean, it's crazy, but I love it. Definitely a game I don't get to play enough, like any of the games on my top 50, really. I would like to play them all a whole lot more, but that's okay. Eclipse is great. I gotta schedule it, and then I'll play it. Number 23 is also a big spacey game called Gaia Project, and definitely replace Terra Mystica for me. You're doing the same things, but you have a lot more control over like the territories and what you're doing and the tech tracks. There's just so many things that work better in Gaia Project, and I love it. Which is sad because I love, Terra Mystica. I love that theme better, but in general, the game of Gaia Project is better and more depth, and just, it almost hurts the brain at times, but I've played it enough now where it doesn't really break my brain so much. I still have questions every time I play, but I'll get there. It's fine. Great game. So that was Gaia Project. Number 22 is Le Havre. Oh, this game is so good. It has a great implementation on like an app, so you can play it on the iPad. That's actually how I learned Le Havre. And it was great to learn that way because I could see everything very clearly. Because the catch with Le Havre is that everybody is buying these cards. Everybody's gaining cards around the board. Now you have one worker that you can use each round, and you'll go and place it on these different buildings. And so I can use his building over there or his building over there. And so you have to really know the cards or have them turned to you so you can see all the options that you have. But, and so there's a lot. It's a very simple game. I mean, the concept is like you move your boat, you collect some goods, you do one thing, and then you just keep doing that forever and ever and ever until the game is over. And there's going to be feeding, and you have to have the upkeep of like your food and stuff. So there's a lot to do, and you're just free will to do whatever you want and just get the most points that you can, and it's awesome. Love Le Havre. It's definitely a game I would like to be playing more because I don't even remember the last time I played it. It's probably been a year or two at this point, 2 years. So yeah, Le Havre, but it's still highly rated because it has just smooth mechanics and it's wonderful. Wonderful Uwe Rosenberg game. I have a lot more on the list because he's my fave. And Number 21, the final one for this video. I'll do the top 20 next week, but number 21 is History of the World 2018. The new released version. There's been several versions of History of the World, but I can't explain enough how much I love History of the World. It's streamlined, it's so easy, and you want to do the best you can on your turn, so you're drafting these different nations to have control in the areas, and it's really, really great because you can't stay attached to anything, because in the next round, your guys will probably not be there. So you're planning and doing everything each round in the moment, and I love that. The only down thing about this game is that there could be downtime if you're maybe going first in one round and the next round you're going last. So it could just be a whole span of time where you're not playing. But that's okay, because I like to see how the board progresses and how everything happens. There's just, it's just so elegant. I love, love, love this game. It is a game I will always play and always want to play. So if somebody requests it, or if I request it, hopefully it will get played. That's it. History of the World. Love it. 2018, if you haven't seen it. It's like a big version of Small World. You know how it is. Anyway, that was my 30 through 21 top favorite games in my top 50. I am Steph Hodge, and thank you for watching.